Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. We're going to close out the show talking a little bit about gratitude. It is in fact that time of year, but many of us haven't thought about how to teach gratitude to our children. I am here with Mary Wallace, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to give the gift of gratitude to your kids. Mary, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Now, it's something that I never really thought about. How do kids get that gift? How do we pass that along? What are you telling clients about passing the gift of gratitude along to their kids?
Well, first of all, we have to realize that little babies don't come into the world knowing how to give gratitude or appreciation. They're very focused on their own needs and how to survive. So, and gratitude is very important, because if children know about the things that they have in their lives, it makes them feel good about themselves and their lives. So when you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table and you talk to your kids about how wonderful it is to have such a loving family, or at another time of the day, you just talk about how much you love your home. And most importantly, you talk about how much you love them, how they have beautiful eyes and they draw so beautifully. All of this makes children feel, I have, and they don't have to walk around feeling deprived or envious in their life.
Wow, I never even thought about it, but you're right. When we take that gift that we have in terms of material things and turn it into that type of gratitude, it makes you feel different about the things, right? About material things, about things that you love. It makes you feel a little more appreciative in your everyday life. How does that affect our kids?
Well, it gives them positive values if you talk about what's really important in life to make you feel whole and happy. And that's loving your family, having people that you care about, and giving to others.
In terms of how we express that every day, because I guess that, for some parents or for some people, they're wondering, am I doing this? Am I saying this to our kids? If they're not saying it, are they perhaps portraying it? Are they living it? Are they modeling it? Are those things helpful as well?
Yes, all of those things are helpful. First of all, if we say thank you when our 2-year-old passes the salt, or we randomly kiss our 4-year-old on the forehead, it makes children feel good. I'm good. And over time, they begin to mirror our behavior, and they start doing it to other people, and they're learning how to build a positive relationship.
I'm so glad that you used an age range there, because I guess the other thought was, is it ever too early? Can we ever start this too early with our kids? A lot of things we think about specifically when the kids are, about to go to school, what we're teaching them at home, or when they're adolescents, what we're teaching them at home. But as they're toddlers and young babies, is it ever too early to start these lessons?
No, I actually just wrote a book called The Secret World of Children. And I talk about the fact that the children don't come into this world knowing what to do. They're like travelers on a Star Trek ship, and we need to guide them. They don't have this, the skills, but we need to start teaching them from day one. And it is by modeling the behavior. And if someone gives them a gift, you want to encourage them to say thank you in some way. You might FaceTime with that person. You might send the grandma a thank you card or a drawing.
Nice, nice. Well, is there a place on, can we stay connected with you? Do you have a website or something that we can remind ourselves of these small little tips that make a big impact on children's lives?
Absolutely. My website is www.marywallace.com.
Mary, thanks so much for taking the time to come on the show in this season of Thanksgiving, for coming on and helping us to impress upon our children just how important gratitude is. It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much, and happy holiday.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to Mary and to you all. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn a few more tips. I think that probably we all think that we're modeling this behavior, but let's just think about how important it really is for our kids and take the opportunity to learn more. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this week's episode of Focus Atlanta. I hope to see you next Sunday here on WUPA.